this one should be going in favor of the Mongols. They picked up a lot of speed here, but Lynn Vision, man, what a turnaround from them. Really, really impressive stuff. We are ready to get into this here decider. For those interested, Mongols have won the knife, so they get the choice of sides. Joined once again by Neokai. You got any particular way you're leaning now after that second map?
Oh, it changes things a lot, right? Basically, I really worry about what the mental kind of stability is looking like over towards the Mongols. I would honestly now start to lean in favor of Lynn Vision just off the basis of that alone. That's the thing for me that really starts to kind of lock it in my favor. I think if I'm going to make a decision here, I would actually go in favor of Lynn Vision. I feel like their confidence is probably at a bit of an all-time high, clawing that back, especially being on the brink of defeat. But a triple entry towards the Mongols is about, it's a flawless pistol round in a matter of moments. So maybe I spoke a little soon. But
I don't think you could have predicted that one. Don't worry about it.
No, I think for me, the thing that worries me is we've seen this Mongol side play Nuke in the past. It's not exactly been all that positive of a map for them. They played it, what, 5 times in the last few months. Only won 1 of them, and that was against New Happy. It's not exactly a great map. I mean, I think 3 out of those 5 losses are to Tai Lu. But all things considered, Lynn Vision have a little bit more experience, a little bit better of a percentage on their side. So the numbers sit with them, and then also you got the confidence side too. It's just whether really we see anything out of the Mongols in terms of a mental reset.
A force as well from Lynn Vision. Interesting. Very interesting. Key side of Nuke. Oi, that's a lot of damage from Blitz. He's not going to know about it. Oh, how did he not find the kill? What the heck? Craziness. Speaking of craziness up top, Amelia trying to catch a player down below. It will pay off in the end as 9-10 gets traded fast. Mzinho is here, though. So quick into the rafters. Or being spammed. Oh, my God. That's comical for sure. But maybe has put Mzinho under pressure that he didn't really want. What is going on, man? This guy has not stopped moving for about 30 seconds. Absolutely crazy. Mongols win it once again, though.
That was a wacky one, to say the least. All things considered, I guess it is the pistol still going in their favor. That's really all that matters. But yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a closer affair in the sense that there could have been a lot more of an expensive round. I mean, credit to Mzinho, making it look very much like a scrappy pug, which is exactly what we want to see. 2-0 start coming through for the Mongols. That was a forced buy for Lynn Vision, so because of that, it will change things quite a lot. Lynn Vision do not have the funds to work with, just a little bit of a lesser buy for them. A bomb plant will be lovely here, but it does feel pretty unlikely with this lesser firepower.
Very quiet round here. The Deagle of Zaka, the Deagle of Starry, both together outside. I kind of like the idea, you know, get them together so they can do the damages. I don't know that it's necessarily going to happen. There's not really too much outside presence from the CT side. So some very, 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 very long-range fights have to come in, and yeah, that doesn't really speak to them so well. First frag on to Zaka. Should begin to get this round rolling for the Mongols.
You'd hope. 5 seconds. Gonna make a pop coming through this single door. Techno. Waiting. And tucking towards ult vent. As the support as well, in comes the flash. Techno will try and deny them going down vent here. One has gone down with the bomb. At the very least, the bomb plant should come through here, and it will. So that's all that you're looking towards if you'll envision this sort of round. I don't think they're going to find all too much around it. And that'll exactly be the case. But like we said, all they're looking for in a low buy round like this is a bomb punch. Gives a little bit of extra money in the back pockets. Allows for a couple of extra bits of util around that belt heading in towards their next full buy. So it's the silver lining in what is, in essence, a throwaway round. It's a 3-0 start for the Mongols. On the CT side, not looking too shabby at all.
Yeah, it's a decent start. It is a decent start. We'll see whether it lasts for them, of course. They now come up against a pretty scary buy, thanks to that bomb plant, as the AWP is out and everyone's got full utility. You know, sometimes you can see little bits around the edge missing from the first buy of the losing side, let's say. The AWP especially is a really big deal here. G had a fantastic showing on Anubis. 25 kills plus in the end. And he will be looking to repeat that performance. And it was particularly on the T side as well, I felt. However, I brought him up, and of course he's the first one to fall.
It's a classic. Asked, cursed, him specifically. Amelia is going to find Techno. He'll level the playing field. He does come through, but Amelia still got good spacing to work with. Look at the wrap from Senzu, however. Lobby Crunch should get a freebie. I don't think Amelia's ever going to expect someone to come behind them. And they fall. Senzu brings the numbers back in favor of the Mongols. This could be good here. Smoke in front of double doors, a good timing as well. Needs to be kept a single. Mzinho-H's surely in trouble. How is he still alive? What's not for much longer?
Pretty good look here to get that bomb down at the very least. Let's see then. First retake for Mongols. How is it going to look? Senzu had an idea with the Molotov, but actually called it off. I quite liked the look of that, but we'll see what plans they have for it. He drops it across to Blitz, who has different ideas. Going to get it in towards Dark. That does push Westmelon into an awkward kind of spot here. Not quite as ideal as he would like to hold the angle. Yeah, really awkward there in the end. Zaka and Starry, the only two left. Bomb halfway ticked. Got to pick up the pace a little bit here. Tap on towards the bomb to try and draw some attention. Zaka going to move around. He gets taken out. There's a defuse now from the Kit player. Can Starry stop it? No, he can't. Mongols win it out in the nick of time.
Fine margins at a 4-0 start now. But at the very least, Envision they can take a bomb plant away from that. I think bomb plant and lost bonus will put them in a position where they should be able to reinvest back in towards the AKs. You'd hope, at the very least. It has been a nice run of form here early in towards the game. And this is what we wanted to see out of them, the tail end of Anubis. You know, they were so close, a 12-9. One more round is all they needed, and they choke it out, go in towards OT. It's not good enough. 4-0 now. Linvision going to call for their first attack pause, and honestly, understandably so. This has not exactly been a dream start towards Nuke. A map at which, statistically, Linvision are the better side on. It's not showing. Mongols look a little bit scarier, but it's not always the case. You also got to take into account as well, this is the CT side of Nuke, one of the most CT sided maps in the pool. Quite a long margin. So Linvision is not worrying signs. If they can get to like 4 or 5 rounds on the T side, I still don't think it's actually that bad.
Yeah, it would be pretty good. It just feels in the early stages, obviously the Mongols run out the pistol and they seem a bit angrier, you know, there's a bit more energy to them. Obviously the loss there on Anubis has spurred them forwards in a positive way rather than getting dejected and checking out, arguing with each other or whatever. They've taken it in their stride quite well and gotten off to a very good start here. So well played, well bounced back. It is, as you say, just a case of how long it continues. Well, if your name is Blitz, it's going to never end. Big double kill from him to kick off this round number 5.
Already. Little bit of space worked with outside. 9-10 expecting and finding. Very proactive AWP at times, 9-10. It's also his downfall in a lot of occasions. We saw it on towards Anubis, but nicely done there. Pretty confirms the numbers in their favor. And Amelia, the smoke hits him. And then, no, 9-10 gonna find another. Westmelon will fall. Amelia surely no chance in a 1v4. Maybe a bomb plant, but anything more seems like out of reach.
Nice pickup on the Molotov. They know that Amelia is down here. Big nade, flashes, just getting all the grenades right now. We're trying to find anything here. Not going to happen. Get side swiped. And the streak continues. Looking very good. Only losing one player, man. Yeah, Linvision really struggling to make a mark at the moment.
It's very one-sided in the rounds themselves in a lot of cases too. Not a prime example. And you know, that's the 9-10 we wanted to see in towards Anubis. That's how you're meant to be playing it. Kind of as the AWP. Getting into a lot of those fights, dancing between angles. When you're a Heaven player, you've got to do a lot of good work towards outside, but also, you You know, single door is such a vulnerability in a lot of cases. They pop out towards A through single door. It can lock off main. It can lock off those rotations coming through from outside. You're in a lot of trouble. Also, like we just saw there, if you can drop someone going down vent. If they had gone for a 2v4 down towards vent, they could have got a very easy bomb plant there. And then in 2v4s, it's not the most impossible post plant to play. But a 5-0 start. Only one team in it right now. Lynn Vision making this look plain and simple as it comes. Lynn Vision going to call for another time out. And you can understand why. It's not the greatest scenario for them. There's a world we can talk of as well. If the Mongols can push this to like, well, they find this round, for example, it's a 6-0 start. If there's no bomb plant, money is so poor for Lynn Vision that they can't really even force buy in. So that's like 6-7-0 start. If we get like a 7-0 start, it starts to actually look immediately unrecoverable.
Yeah, that's true. It is getting pretty scary here, and they are coming across a bit desperate. They've lost a player early on. Once again, Blitz is just running rampant outside in the past few rounds. But not the best of buys. You know, they're clutching at straws, aren't they? They really are. And when they continue to lose opening pickups like this, it's just going to get harder and harder and worse and worse. Senzu close to the action. But not going all the way in. Just checking around the edge of that smoke. Make sure there's nobody getting a bit funky over there. So, decent info gather. Amelia, meanwhile, up top. Trying to find a frag or two. Nothing quite presenting just yet. So, it is going to be downstairs that these boys look.
Got a bit of space at the very least. 45 seconds to speak of. It's actually got to start being made here. Senzu's always such a tough angle to clear. It's a left eye peek for the T side swinging. Of course, the other side, they are the ones swinging. This is CS2 after all. And Westman's going to show exactly why. That's why. Senzu a 4. Now we're all tied square. This does change a little bit. 9-10 might play a little bit more passive as he waits for rotations. There's one. Techno, nice find. Zaka will fall, smoke in the face of 9-10. He's going to try to play out in front of it. Mzinho-H's got timing. G will fall. And it ends up being a relatively inexpensive round. That is a great play. And Lynn Vision just looks so lost. They get so much space to work out with down towards B. And they just do not know what to do. They just look so indecisive. Every decision they're making looks like it takes about 20 seconds. Rather than finding a kill and instantly popping out towards B. Instantly taking fights. No. They stop. They wait for some weird reason. They're going to use their third and final timeout in this first half. And like we said, winning that round puts even more favoring towards the Mongols. If Lynn Vision go for a buy here, it's one AK-47 and unhead armor. That's it. Maybe Westmelon if he doesn't want any util. I don't know if that's worthwhile in my opinion. I feel like a half buy here and then a full buy in towards the next would be the better option, but it still means Mongols 7-0 is a likely scenario off the back of this 7th round.
It's a real scary look, man. It is a real scary look. Quick round coming in, going to try and get down the vent. Easier said than done, though. And Blitz just keeps on racking up these multi-frag openers, man. Bombs dropped in the vent. Techno unsure if anyone's... Oh, got him down below. Checks the wrong angle. Nearly finds the kill, though, on the spin around. Jeez. Starry makes a meal out of it. Yeah, just everything feels so off for Lynn Vision at the moment. A bridge too far on Nuke.
It's weird as well. This is actually not a bad map for Lynn Vision. It's one they've played internationally as well. It didn't look too bad. It's EU opposition against, you know, no offense to the Mongols, but better teams than the Mongols. They looked like they could hold their own. Now, a shadow of their former selves. I think if you're Starry here, saving the AK is absolutely the priority. I'm surprised he's even remotely looking around or looking for fights and the rest. He's just leaving himself potentially vulnerable. 9-10, gonna play towards our side. Starry, the best thing he can do is honestly just tuck his head. Having an AK and a little bit of money in the back pocket. Yes, they can have a buy regardless towards the next round, but surely no chance in winning this. Starry will sneak by, though. Does 9-10, the Spidey sensors start tingling at any point? Yes, but too little, too late.
G, though. Oh, he's going to sneaky spot. Maybe needed some assistance, unfortunately. Bit more distraction for him to creep round. Not going to happen. Streak continues. Mongols back with a vengeance. And they looked so good. Hardly any of these rounds are coming close. You know? Really, really great. It's just almost impossible to deal with. The AWP got dropped there. That's maybe a bit of a silver lining for the Lynn Vision side. It will cost 9-10 a bit more cash in this round, but you know, when you see a CT side with players on like 10k, you can say things are going pretty well. Even if you are surviving with 3 on the CT side, it's not great for your economy, you know what I mean? I think it is just a little bit of a net negative when that happens. So if you're surviving with 4 or 5 every round, you're going to be making money, and that's exactly what they're doing here. So very, very dominant rounds. Ooh. Nice and aggressive from 9-10. You will find Zaka to kick this one off.
Yeah, definitely also kind of questionable. Nobody's been holding hot the entire round. I don't know why there's an expectation that it's just somehow clear. Lobby crunches and CT aggression is something that TheMongolz have already pulled off throughout this game. 9-10, man. This proactive AWPing style is doing wonders. Finds a second. There's a double stack coming through into a Seeker as well. While Starry is trained on the angle, I can't see him finding more than one, surely. Molotov could be problematic. It will. Nice little double A setup. Mzinho surely goes unchecked. I don't think they expect a second through here. So because of that alone, we'll find one. Techno traded. It is still a little bit of a fight to be had here, but still in favor of the TheMongolz. Ooh.
Alrighty. 2-on-2. Looking good here. Senzu back of the silo is going to be a big moment. Clean headshot round the corner, but Westmelon spins around to find him. What in God's name? That is just mind-blowing from Westmelon to give Lynn Vision there first.
Oh man, the TheMongolz just get caught over facing. That is brutally punishing. Westmelon, fair play. So well done. With that being said, this one does change a little bit now as well, in the sense that Lynn Vision maybe could spiral to a little bit of a saving grace at the tail end of this half. If they can, like, you know, at a 7-0 start, all I'm really asking is kind of minimum 3. They can get 3-4 rounds. I'll take some positives, at the very least. And unfortunately, though, for Lynn Vision, where it's all well and good them finding their first round, it's only still a double AK setup. And G's only got a Tech 9, so not sitting pretty by any means. You two are going to be set up here. That's the pot flashes towards A. What's the plan, though, for Lynn Vision? I'm assuming it's just going to be a standard A pop here. How successful?
A lot of damage here in towards the initial hit. First kill onto Zaka. Flashes are still pretty good, but they're just unable to get out fast enough to capitalize. Down towards ramp they will go. 9-10 spots an awful lot, lands a leg. It's a bait play though, and Mzinho is going to perfectly execute the bait and switch. G all alone, isolated from the rest of the team, can't find the trades, right? It's been reset, and he's got 5 to find. Absolutely no chance.
It is. That'll be that, basically. It's just whether he gets anything else with the Tech 9. The answer is no. Nice recovery, nice response, nice return, and all the rest. For the TheMongolz, back to a kind of a plain sailing there. They go for a standard A-pop. They try and do something to kind of open the door for a conversation, but it's just simply put not good enough. And once again, the prowess being shown here, 8-1 scoreline. I think we're already starting to very much get to the point of saying this is feeling like game set and match here. If the TheMongolz get anywhere close to double digits, all it takes is a pistol round, and they've more or less won out the map. That's how dominant it's looking right now. Tag heard.
Yeah. Oh, he's getting a bit more. Westmelon is taking the brunt of this, despite there being, you know, 2 other players on the edge of that smoke. Still going to go bursting in. Mzinho, a little panicked, but confident to stick around. Of course they are with the way the rounds have been going. Confidence may as well be A downfall here. Blitz. He could have let them run past, you know. Either way, it's traded quickly, so there is a chance for Lynn Vision. He's got to get past Senzu next, and he's picked up 2 so far. Surely flanked from behind. Oh, the opportunity missed by Starry, and he's dealt with swiftly. 9-1 in favor of the Mongols.
That's lovely work from Senzu. It has to be said. Isolating fights brilliantly, especially when that B site gets lost as well. And ramp control looked a little rough around the edges. Yeah, like you said, Blitz maybe going to let them pass. They're never going to expect a second there, but it's just the odd chance if somebody just catches them. Somebody plays 16-9 res, for example, they would have seen him. And you hope for more than one out of there. Thankfully, Senzu shows how to do it. 17-3, by the way, from Senzu. Safe to say he's having a good game. Oh, they're in each other's way. That starts around them, more or less showing the performance so far from Lynn Vision. 9-1. An extremely quick map being put up here. Things could continue. If this buy goes south, they once again could be in trouble. They could have very little to work with in toward the tail end. Oh, Blitz is not being checked. 9-10 for 1. Misses the charge of the second. And it still is looking good. Ooh, maybe not.
Westmelon just creeping on the angle, hoping to get another peek round this corner in his favor. Minute left on the clock, so they have plenty of time to work with. Still got the bomb. Not around, so it could potentially creep down secret. Depends on what Senzu wants to do here. He is moving down below and having a little look. Yeah, there you go. He's going to spot them. Decent timing. Takes some damage with him. So they'll be acutely aware that there's going to be presence down on B. Mzinho is on the site itself. Not going to be the easiest thing to get through here. Door open. Bomb plan going to be attempted. There goes Mzinho. Traded instantly, but Westmelon with the low HP is going to find this difficult. He needs the ace to win it out as well. Oh, man, I'm not sure I believe in him. Oh, yeah, oh my goodness. All right, going to find a clean shot onto Senzu, and the HP makes all the difference. Techno with 12 remaining. If only there was a bit more for Westmelon, he could have got it done.
Jesus, that was close, though. Even Westmelon's spray looked very laboured, but it still locked itself back in towards what is just being the story as age old as time. A one-sided affair. Another round goes in favor. Heading into the final round of the half, it's a 10-1 scoreline. It already feels unrecoverable. It already feels like Lynn Vision is absolutely battered here in towards the decider. And they've got no pauses as well, remember. They used 3 out of 3 attack pauses in the first 6 rounds. So no matter what happens from here on out, there's no more long-term conversations to be had by any means. Final round of the half, and just a necessity for Lynn Vision every single round if they want any sort of a look in here. The Mongols, life is good. Very good indeed. At a position now where even if it ends 10-2, they get a pistol. They're at 12-2 scoreline with the force, the conversion in that one. Such a strong position. If you get 11 here, it already kind of feels like game.
Yeah, it certainly does look that way. If, I don't know, man, it already feels a little bit like the game, I won't lie to you, to be honest, but Counter-Strike's never over, man. You know, trying to be a positive force for Lynn Vision. All right. Maybe it's working. They've found themselves an advantage and an opportunity to take this B bomb site.
All right. B4, Mongols. Retake, called a bomb. Rifles in the retake as well, which is a positive sign. Hitting out the smoke here, or not even waiting. Blitz just going to spam and hope to find something. 2 players are coming. Lock eyes in his position. He's not finding anything close to that smoke. He's hoping, expecting somebody to be there. Vision happy play further back. Up shot from G's. Good. 2v4 surely close now. Surely. Unless Blitz has something to say about this. Anyway.
Okay. Lovely. Really, really nice from Lynn Vision in the end. I feel like the 10-2 is still not going to be enough to work with, but time going to tell. We're going to take a break and see if Lynn Vision can turn this one around on the CT side.
Well, come back. A one-sided first half, to say the absolute least, 10-2. Let's see whether the Mongols can continue things. They're on towards that T side. It's looking very good. Techno for one. G will answer back, but the pistol looking so good. And it's looking like it might be lights out for Lynn Vision very quickly in towards this second half. Mongols on track for an 11th.
Yeah, destruction to begin the first half. Destruction to begin this one as well. Amelia are going to give it the best try here, but it's not going to come off, is it? Eventually dealt with 11-2. That scoreline speaks for itself. Mongols setting themselves up very, very nicely then to just close this game out. What do Lynn Vision do? You know, usually you'd probably want to eco this round and get the early rifles, but don't want to be playing for overtime this soon. So they are going to force try and battle for survival here.
11-2. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, they've got nothing left to lose if you're Lynn Vision. You either eco for OT, or you're forced to try and kickstart something. It's a pick your poison type scenario, and Techno with a P90, my king, flying out. We'll get one for it before he's traded. The MP9 not good enough because the Mac 10's holding A and D all the way around on the swing. But there's a 2 versus 2 here. Not exactly a flourishing position. Blitz with the bomb in hand. Will make his way down towards B.
Trying to catch the lurk. Not going to happen for him. Nice shot from G. 1v1. Scout and a Deagle coming down the vent. In towards Blitz. Oh, this is it for all the marbles, man. Can G find the heady? No, he can't. Blitz takes him out. 12 on the board. 10 in a row for Lynn Vision to take us to overtime. But of course, 10 opportunities for Mongols to secure the series and their spot in the grand final. And of course, rolling.
All that it takes. Now, we've seen the Mongols in a map and series point position before. 12-9 on Anubis, and they let that one slip, losing 16-13. This one, however, feels considerably different. I won't say why, but all I'll say is it just feels different. 12-2 is where we're at. Lynn Vision. Farmass double MP9. Deagle and a 5-7. Is it enough for them to stay alive in the map, in the series, and, well, in Pro League contention? 1:30 to find out.
Oh, nice one from Techno. Any more? No? Okay, will be traded. So an AK going to be retrieved. He's got a bit of an idea of what's going on, just can't quite find the angle to work with. Oh, and maybe not fully communicated, like could be in mini is maybe a call that you make there. Either way, doesn't come off. Mzinho, patience going to pay off here. It does indeed. So, solid advantage now. West Melon to save the game. Lynn Vision's spot is completely under threat right now. He's got 3 to find in total. Obviously found the first there. 2 more to go. Kid available is always nice. Gonna hear the bomb plant coming in. Did they close double doors? It doesn't look like it. Ooh, and the bomb plant fluffed. Got off it a bit fast, and West Melon will clutch up. Wonderfully played. A lot more work to do, but a nice round in isolation from West Melon.
Quad kill from him as well. Fair play. That's nicely done. I'm still questioning just the lack of, I guess, forward thinking with that double door being left open. Surely
Yeah, then
some level
I'm
of rotation.
sure I heard 9-10 punching in the digits. Plant should have been in. I think he quick switched off of it. Started planting again. So a couple misplays there from the Mongols for sure.
And I'll make your life a lot tougher. 12-3. They've been kept alive, and they forced Mongols on towards that slightly lesser buy. He's got the AWP out as well, so at the very least, there's something to speak of here. Of course, Westman had so much money for that round prior. He had enough to drop over the AWP. He still wields the AK. There's an M4 around it too. So, very good position for Lynn Vision to find, I mean, more or less a 4th, and then a 5th as well. Mongols, this is a force investment for them. They're in double eco territory, so they have to go for a force regardless. It's going to be tough to try and save face in this one for the Mongols. I think it's safe to say the Lynn Vision are going to be able to chip away the deficit at least a little bit.
Starry ready and waiting, man. He's got the angle. He knows what's up. They're going for something a bit funky. Does well for one, but traded instantly. You know, not much more he could really do from there. G. The hold. Oh, what a shot. Finds the planter in the smoke. Gorgeous stuff. Senzu and Techno left then, and they were in their post plants. They were ready for that bomb to get planted. Should be easy. But no. Denied. And now an entire team pretty much to get through. Techno's shadow spotted. He, a little dodgy, but Zaka does get it done. All down to the Deeg of Senzu.
That bomb had gone down, it would have alleviated some of the financial pressures, but nice shot from the AWP, and Zaka will clean it up with a couple of his own. Bit of a G masterclass there. He really has been, of the two, kind of the better AWP in the server. No two ways about it. And unfortunately, someone drop out. Hopefully, we can get them back in. But yeah, and G he's continued to be impressive. Even, you know, this map has not been great, but every time you see G on the AWP, you're always expecting fireworks. You know, he's been a little quiet, but honestly, basically everybody has bar Westmelon in towards Nuke. We have lost one. So hopefully for the Mongols, get back in as soon as the 12-4 scoreline. They don't really have any money to work with, so it's going to be an eco for them heading in towards the next. That'll give Lynn Vision a 5th. I'm not even going to remotely start to make the conversation of it being doable, but it does at least start some level of a conversation, right? We've got Lynn Vision putting a couple of rounds on the board, getting a bit of confidence to speak of. It's not the worst kind of scenario ever, but it still is a lot more to be needed before we even remotely get to a point of being happy. But at least for now, we'll see. I think we're just waiting for young Mzinho to get back into the server.
Hopefully not too long of a wait, although it does sound like from the voice upstairs that it might be a minute or two, so we might be on the waffle here for a little while, but that's what we're good at, you know. I wouldn't be here if I didn't enjoy the sound of my own voice, to be honest. And the sound of Neo's as well. I think it's quite nice.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate it.
But yeah, indeed, it obviously is a real tough road here for Lynn Vision moving forwards. It happens a lot in these types of situations as well. Mongols maybe just take their foot off the gas a little. Do have to watch that. Do have to be careful. This freeze here might do them some good to just, you know, release some of the adrenaline of being like, oh my God, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. You know, really, really big deal for them to get into the grand final, get that Pro League spot. So hopefully just let some of the emotions calm down a bit and focus back in on the Counter-Strike itself.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. We do just wait, I guess, and nothing really else we can do up until this point. There is, of course, a lot more ECL going on over the next next couple of days, I guess. We are in the penultimate days of ECL fundamentally, but it's been a good run. We've seen some pretty interesting games of Counter-Strike on your screens for the last few. There's 2 spots up for grabs from here, but there's also 2 spots from NA, EU coming through. We've already had EU have guaranteed. I'm right in saying 1 is at 3D Max. They beat Sinners yesterday. And the other team is going to be one of Sinners or Fours, which I think is probably a bit of, maybe not expected for many. I mean, especially considering the teams that were present within kind of the contentions, right? You had Monty, who unfortunately dropped out, so fair enough. I probably think Monty would have got there in the end. They dropped out, of course. I can't remember why, but they did drop out in the end. Movistar were there, Apex were there, Spirit were also there, but Spirit then playing Betboo had to use their academy team. So if Spirit had the main team, I probably assume they would have made it. 9, etc., etc. So there's some pretty big teams, and for it to be kind of Fours and Sinners, they're 2 of the slightly lower seeded teams. You got Sinners who have not been in that conversation for a long time. They came through Advance, so they've gone from winning Advance last season to now being 1 best of 3 away from Pro League. That's 3, 2 different promotions, 3 different leagues in 2 seasons, which is pretty impressive. And then Fours as well, who have always been a regular within ESL Challenger League, but especially post-Jerry era, have not looked all that strong, I'd say.
No, yeah, maybe not in the later runs, for sure. We always speak about Fours being like an individually strong team, but they have lacked some of the crunch moments, you know. So we'll see. We'll see. It's a difficult look across the board for, all the regions. This one making a little less sense than we would expect, you know. Lynn Vision struggling here massively, which is not what we wanted.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you are. Unfortunately, we are still waiting for Mzinho. It's been a while already, so I think this problem has gone from being a bit of a minor one to, unfortunately, a little bit bigger. From the voice upstairs there, still relaying to us that it hasn't been resolved yet. So we are, unfortunately, just waiting. It's not what you want, especially this late in towards the game. It was looking like it was going to be, closed in pretty quick fashion, and now this break can really, can cool the Jets a little bit towards the Mongols.
I feel like it's kind of annoying for all of us involved, really, from like a broadcast perspective, because it's like we're probably best. Oh,
there's no way.
Where's this come from?
There's no way they're playing before.
Before I even got the word out, bro, I was.
Okay. Another take. We've been told another take. I was going to say jokingly, honestly, they might be able to do it 4v5, but that would have been very funny if they were like, yeah, cool, we'll just play 4. Why not?
Yeah, I was literally just about to say, as well, it's difficult to throw across to a break, and then, before I even got the words, just as I started thinking about them. Because you know what I mean? It's like, if we go to a break on this for however many minutes, and then we come back, and then there's just one round, potentially, it's just a bit whack, really. So maybe we provide a bit more entertainment to the viewer by just chatting away, and talking about CS, and
why not
bringing it back to the game when we can lightly. So it looks like yes, we're loading back in. Obviously not live here, as you can see by the energy of the teams. Hopefully we get the reconnect.
Yes,
from Zaka. Sorry, not Zaka. Just Freudian slip that. Looking at his name, yeah, indeed. Mzinho coming in, and then we'll probably get a restore. But this is information that, as well, I think is getting a bit confirmed. So we're on a bit of a delay, right? So
it's been a while. Apparently, from the understanding, we've just been given a little bit of an update. Yeah, it's gonna take a hot minute. So, ladies and gents, I guess what we can say is apologies. We don't really know all too much of what the issue is, but I think, because this could be quite literally endless, the score's going to be restored at some point anyway. It's going to be back to kind of normal. This round's not going to mean anything. We are probably going to throw this one over to a break. There really is no knowledge yet of how long this is going to take. And because we're getting the word upstairs that a break is probably needed, that might mean it could be a little while. So sit tight. Hopefully, we're back as soon as.
Thank you for your continued patience, ladies and gentlemen. We are back into the action after figuring out the issue, getting the reset, getting the restore. And it does seem like we will have the game extended a little bit at least. It's not all completely in vain. There is, of course, a hard eco here from the Mongols. So we do not expect them to take the victory here. However, wait a minute. Wait a minute. 3 kills.
Hang on a second, fella.
Coming in out of nowhere. What a way to end it this would be. 910's got 2 to get through, though, and, you know, no armor to do it. Really difficult angle here. On towards ramp. Surely traded. He is indeed, but that is way too close for comfort. Honestly, that should never have come that close.
Man, that was so close. Even the fact that he checks on towards box there at ramp is... That's fair play. That's a lot closer than it should have been. Lynn Vision, at the very least, they're going to escape another scare, but this whole map has been scary to watch if you're a Lynn Vision fan, to say the least. Back into a bite, thankfully both ways as well. It hasn't shattered the economy of Lynn Vision at the very least. G's got the AWP. There isn't no AWP on the other side for the Mongols to work with, but I think they're probably more than happy to wield the rifles there. Of course, we've got Mzinho back in the server, which is good to see. He did have those tech issues. So far, so good. D's not going to come towards Garage, and I'm just going to limit a lot of what Starry can do. The nade will tag up Blitz quite low. Gives him a lot of room. He can split in towards main. He can make his way around that smoke towards credit. This is good work, and he's going to find one towards our side. That's good on his own. He's be careful of the AWP, and he will get picked off. G reclaims some space there. But he goes up towards A, and the bomb's heading towards B.
We'll see here. G maybe going to look for a peek towards Hell. No, I guess not. Dropping away, actually, more of an outside holder. Contact ramp move here from Mongols. Certainly an interesting one. They've obviously got plenty of rounds to work with, and if it works, it works. So far, looking good. Westmelon's probably going to have a nasty surprise around this corner in just a sec. Yeah, loses his head. Not expecting a fight that early at all. Plant will come through. A disadvantage that Lynn Vision have now got has to turn into the victory. Has to be snatched from the jaws of defeat here. Not looking good, if you ask me, but backed into a corner is often where the bear can be most dangerous. We'll see what happens. 4 versus 3. Hits available. Time ticking away, though. Not all the positions known. Awkward one from Techno. However, only 2 now remaining. 910 ripping the heads clean off. G all alone. Not a lot of time for him to work with. Just play around that bomb, boys. Should be able to get it done. Spray down doesn't land. There's not going to be any time. He couldn't find the bomb either. We may well have been close. Yeah, look how close that is. He just could not find the bomb in time. And that will do it. 13-5 in favor of the Mongols. So solid from them on Nuke. Really not what we were expecting on that third map at all, but they have performed incredibly well to take that lower bracket final spot.